From the home of the problem solvers and the on-your-side investigators, this is the #1 rated K2 News at 6.
You're their slave. You do anything that they ask for.
Our top story tonight is only on K2. Trouble at a chain of tanning salons in the Portland area. The state is now investigating a worker's claim that she was fired for reporting that she was sexually abused on the job. And good evening. Thank you for being with us, everybody. This new development surfaced after our consumer investigation last week into Islands Tanning. In that report, we revealed more than 30 complaints from customers saying the company ripped them off.
Now, a former Islands Tanning employee says her manager groped her, and when she reported it to police, she says she lost her job. Problem solver Carrie Tomlinson is here now with an update. Carrie, that former employee has since filed a complaint with the state.
That's right. You're right, Deb. Now, this complaint to the Bureau of Labor and Industries talks about sexual harassment and retaliation. A worker who says she was forced to send naked pictures of herself to her manager to keep her job. Now, other former workers tell us there was a toxic work environment, erratic behavior by bosses, and verbal abuse.
Just makes me sick.
Ashley says the 2 months she worked at Islands Tanning last year were miserable.
I would never want somebody to go through that.
She says it starts with President John Guyette here when we visited him last week to ask him about a large number of customer complaints.
Listen, don't come to my door and bother me, lady. Have a good day. Thank you.
He's totally verbally abusive. He would call people the B word, or anything that you can think of.
Ashley says a lot of her coworkers were young and desperate for work in this tight economy and felt they had to put up with the verbal abuse.
I mean, the girls that work there, they need a job. It's hard to live without a job, and if you quit, you don't get unemployment.
Ashley says the environment at Islands Tanning was ripe for the kind of allegations in this complaint filed with the state by another worker in March. That worker, who was 18, alleges General Manager Matt Farmer told her she had to send him pictures of her without clothing to get a job at the Tigard store, and she finally agreed. But she says the problems continued on the job, causing her great stress, with repeated demands for more nude pictures and continuous comments like, quote, "Go clean the tanning bed so I can watch you bend over," and, quote, "You've never had sex until you've an older guy like me." At one point, she says, he cornered her in a tanning room and groped her against her will. She says she complained to the assistant manager, but nothing was done, and Farmer cornered her again and chastised her for complaining. She finally reported the groping to Tigard police on June 12th and says Islands Tanning fired her the next day. Farmer has a long criminal history, including convictions for theft, harassment, and drugs. No new charges were filed. Farmer no longer works at Islands Tanning. The company will not tell us why. We contacted Islands Tanning President John Guyette for this story. He did not answer all of our questions, but he did say by email that Islands Tanning disputes the allegations in that Labor and Industries complaint, has a zero-tolerance policy for sexual harassment, and says the company conducts a thorough and responsive investigation of every complaint. We also tried to get in touch with Matt Farmer. We were not successful. The phone number that we have for him, we left a message and did not hear back.
And if our viewers are interested, we have your original story online at K2.com.
That's right, the story we did last week about the many customer complaints about this company. You can see that if you'd like to see that, and we will keep on top of this as it continues.
I know you will. Thank you, Carrie, very much. We first started looking into this business after several people complained about it. If you have a story for one of our problem solvers, send them an email at problemsolvers@katu.com or call the number you see at the screen there, 503-736-3415.